Hey guys, I'm working on building a building. I wouldn't really call it. It's going to be a garage. I mean, you can put a car. It'll have a 16-foot garage door, and you can put a car in it. But it's more like a barn because I'm going to do a heavy-duty wood floor, inch and a half. The thickness of the top of the floor will be an inch and a half. It's mostly all treated lumber. Some places I did not, and I'll show you. This side here will be the side where a car will go into, and we'll have treated lumber all the way down. And then I'm going to put runners underneath of it to support it. You know, I didn't want to buy. Let's see. Over here I got 2x12s to go, for the flooring, and then actually what's going to be underneath is 2x6s, but I'm going to support them every 4 foot or something like that. 4 foot, I think. They're going to have runners going down underneath of it, supporting it the whole length, so that it's stout enough to hold a vehicle. I did some tests with the press, and I work in a machine shop, so we got some pretty heavy things, and we have mathematical equations to see how much something weighs. You just measure the piece, and you can figure out how much it weighs. Pretty close. And a car, say you have a 32 or 3,300 pound car, each wheel, say the whole vehicle divided by 4, it'll be like 700 to 800 pounds per tire. And I tested 2x4s to see how much a 2x4 can handle. And a 2x4 laying down, not standing up, but laying down this way, across a 16-inch center, broke at about, sometimes they go 1,400 to 1,700 pounds before the 2x4 break. So if a 2x4 can handle 1,500 pounds, then of course I was doing that with the press, and it's going to be a really small surface area. The bigger a car is, the wider the series of tires going to have on usually. So my decking is going to be 2x12s, and my door for this thing is going to be 7 foot to the 7-foot door. So pretty much anything I can fit in the doorway, the floor should be able to handle. The supports in the floor on this side is all the perimeter is treated. The decking is basically decking you put on a deck on outside your house. I did do treated board here, and the support goes across here is treated, but the rest of them are far enough away from the ground. Plus, I'll show you here. There's a good space between the floor and the ground. But I put a door in the back so I can get inside here. And I figure I put like the air compressor, and I can put storage. I can store stuff under here. And I figure if I ever get any like critters or bugs or anything like that in here, I can always just bomb the crap out of them because I can get in here. This side, the rocks are there because I was actually thinking about filling this area and cementing it. And I got the treated lumber like super cheap. It was actually it went on sale, and I actually got most of the treated lumber cheaper than what the kiln dried was. It was actually like $1 or cheaper per piece. I wasn't able to do it. I got my order in on that stuff But you know, this side doesn't have floor yet. Before I bought this flooring here, and the sale was pretty much done, so I couldn't get this stuff treated. I think I bought all their stock, but from what I can see, the stuff that the store had been sitting there for 4 years, so they had it on sale. But yeah, all the flooring for this side here is treated, and it's, you know, you see here it's a lot closer to the ground. You know, once the floor is in here. And then the freeze and thaw effect, what I'm doing with that is I'm putting stuff, I'm leaving a space between the bottom board and the ground. You know, it varies from there to about that much space. And then on the inside, I'm putting stuff in the inside of it to kind of like keep stuff out. And then on the outside, I'm putting things as well. You see places I have things in. See, this isn't covered up yet, but there's stuff on the outside, and that space underneath the boards still remain, and then I can fill it. So the ground can come up and go down, and not push against the bottom of the boards, and it's still sealed around the outside with dirt. You know, the dirt can't get inside because of the stuff that's on the inside and outside. But basically, I need to go and yell at my cousin, because that wood, I told him I did not want off the stack, and you can see that the whole pile is laying there crisscrossed over top of each other. And I don't know too worried. He dragged a whole bunch of these down here and put on. I mean, I guess if he would have finished dragging them all down here, it might have been nicer, but I'm going to have a bunch of warped boards. My little cousin, the one that broke the axle, and you've seen in a video him riding around and doing donuts in the snow. He's like 110% boy, and he is kind of hyperactive, so he's constantly moving. And he comes over and he wants to help, but sometimes it's not mean or anything, but sometimes he can be a little bit of a terror. You know? It's kind of like running around you in circles trying to help, and you're just, you know, some of the things he wants to help with isn't really what you need at the time, or you know what I mean. He's a sweet little kid. But, yeah, so I got, let's see, all of the shingles are here. Now, the building's 24 by 32, and I got shingles there, and they're on top of the stuff kind of holding tarps down. All the wall joists, it's going to be, like, stick-built on top, and then as you see, the bottom's more like a pole barn bottom, and then a floating floor, and then the joists. Menards, I got a heck of a deal on buying this. It was like a kit, and basically you just get a list of the stuff it takes to build it. Some of their stuff's kind of junky. All these joists are bowed, like every one of them. You know, it's one thing you get a load of lumber that, of course, you didn't get to choose and pick the pieces, you know, when you have them deliver it. And then we got a giant stack of OSB. I think there's 70-some sheets here. And I'm trying to keep the weather off of it. If it's more evenly stacked, it might be a little bit better, but you know, I might lose the bottom sheet to the weather, but hopefully, you know, this stuff's only like $8 a sheet, so I mean, if I could lose a couple pieces, I can just go get some more. I had to get the stuff delivered here, even though I'm not using it right now, because the price. This building's already went up $1,500, And it seems like in the wintertime and early spring you can get pretty good deals on things, but once everybody starts building things, then the price goes up. Underneath here is like all the tops and bottoms, you know, of the joists of the walls, and the headers for the doors, and like the 2x6s that goes around the very edge of your building, like for the roof. But sorry I haven't been making a whole lot of videos. Today's Monday, and I usually don't come out here during the week, but I made a trip out here to try to catch up on some video stuff and show you guys what I've been up to. But when I come out here on the weekend, I've been like busting my butt trying to get this floor done and get the building up, because it's, you know, not very good for it to be sitting around like that. And then I can show you guys the door real quick, what you can see of it, I guess. The siding, the doors, and there's one window is all in here. We got a window, right, just like a sliding window, and then here's the door, 16-foot door. And then we got fascia and boxes of siding and a man door. And then joist hangers. Metal joist hangers. In places that I can get to the other side of the floor, I've been running like 3 long screws, and then areas where I can't get, so, you know, in a situation where I have the toenail, I'm putting these in. These things are kind of a pain in the butt to put in place. Seems like you stick it in there and you fasten it in, and then you go to the other side and it moves the board. Maybe there's a better technique to putting them in, but I'm just putting them where I have to. Alright, well, looks like it's about ready to start raining. I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for watching and commenting and subscribing. See ya.